Next this evening is an opportunity to highlight our student spotlight. We are here to recognize the creative achievements of students in the Troy School District Creative Guild. This evening, we'd like to recognize Grace Cafagna, a senior at Athens High School, and Thomas Butcher is here to tell us a little bit more about her work.
Hi, Grace. Welcome.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Macheski, and thank you, members of the board, for welcoming us back for another student spotlight. I don't even know where to begin because there is just so much I can say about Grace Cafagna. She is a senior at Athens High School who is president of the choir, a leader of the a cappella club known as, wait for it, Hawkapella. Red Hawks, get it?
Hi, Cassandra.
She's waving at the camera. Cassandra's doing the video in the back. And Grace is also a thespian, being a talented singer and actress on the Athens stage. In fact, so talented that she was offered many scholarship opportunities at the Michigan Thespian Festival for musical theater, totaling over $300,000. Incredible. Wow. However, this is not why Grace is here. I want to talk to you about her talent as a writer. One time, Grace told me this incredibly elaborate plot totally blew my mind, and then I realized this is something that she hasn't even written yet. It was all just in her head. So I say, okay, what else do you got? Here's the list. 1 full-length play, 1 TV show with multiple episodes, multiple songs and other short projects, 2 full musicals, 1 with original music already written, and 3 books, the longest one being over 250,000 words. Grace, how old are you?
18.
Writing every day has clearly paid off because now one of her short films has gone on to win awards at multiple film festivals, along with being one of only 2 projects in the whole state of Michigan to be nominated specifically for writing at the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Student Production Awards. Grace is a supporter of the Oxford comma. She is strongly
Good for you.
She is strongly opposed to first-person writing, and don't even get her started on poetry. I'm going to show just a little bit of her work, the tip of the iceberg, the result of hours locked away in her room typing nonstop. But before I do, I just wanted to say Grace is always so sincere and authentic with everyone and everything she does. The written word has served as the main mode of mass communication for centuries and is the blueprint for all storytelling mediums. And I believe that her talent, combined with the wonderful young person she is, will be enough to take her anywhere she wants to go. And of course, she'll be sure to write about it.
I wrote a musical earlier this year. I wrote all of the words, I wrote all the characters, and I created the story, and what I wanted to do is put that on stage. I have to get the stage, I have to get the choir room, I have to find spaces that we can practice in. If those 2 places are gone, we've actually built a set piece. I didn't, Mr. Donovac did. And then we have to teach it. I have to direct it, I have to give them the scenes that I wrote and watch them say the lines that I wrote. There's a lot of steps to putting it on, and it's really crazy that we've done it in only 2 weeks.
Being a vampire in high school, it's hard to say the least. Pros of being a senior vampire, it's dark when I arrive. Number 2 pencils are pretty much non-existent, so there's no need to worry about, you know. And the student body is the primest feeding ground. Exhausted, lethargic, burnt out. One of the cons of being a senior vampire? Well, at first I would say it's the students.
Terrifying, you will get so much umbrella.
They use last year's picture.
Hey,
my theory is Jezebel is a title that's passed down from year to year, class to class, because I've always, since I've been here, known a senior who was Jezebel me.
Bad vampire hunting club meets on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in Mr. Burns' classroom.
There are only a few students involved, but you know what? It's growing every year, and I love doing it. I love sponsoring it because it brings a competitive edge to the class.
The poem I'm sharing today is a very personal story about how I created the leg warmer trend in the early 80s. How do you do that? Well, as a cold-blooded creature of the night.
Did y'all hear that?
Not again, Corey.
You're telling me you did not just hear her say she's a creature of the night?
Cold-blooded?
See?
It's also just really entertaining.
She has red eyes.
Because she has an iron deficiency doesn't mean she's ill.
Make her fooled. She's gonna eat us all.
Do you want to hear the poetry or not?
In all my years of staying here, not one student has actually believed that I'm a vampire. So, whether or not I'm being hunted or actually killed, it's nice to be seen for once.
So I want to open for any potential comments or questions from the board, but first I want to give Grace just a moment to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here and watching my ridiculous spectacle out before you. I just wanted to say thank you to a couple people, and then I'll be on my way. But thank you to, first of all, Mr. Meringue, Jimmy Meringue, Krista Manfredi, Adrian Covian, and obviously Thomas Butcher for all of the things I've been given and the opportunities I've been granted to do things just like this. We've gotten to do a whole lot, and I've been provided the opportunity to have time at school to write, to create, to do things like that. And it just means so much to me. And the personal connections that I've been given with these people have really, really, really helped me for my future in my career, which hopefully will make more people laugh. And at the end of the day, that's what I think that this is most, what I've been trying to do is just to make other people laugh. I think after my grade suffered so greatly due to COVID and due to just everything in that realm of 2020 and onward, at this point, if I can't spread my morals or my own political beliefs through these kinds of things, the main idea I'd like is to get a smile out of somebody and to make somebody's day. So I'd also like to thank my family who's here, and my mom and dad and my twin sibling for being the reason I want to make people laugh. And at the end of the day, the main goal is to make them laugh the most. So thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Go ahead. I said, do we have any questions for Grace?
Well, I was gonna say,
put her on the spot.
I feel like I have extra privilege because I've gotten to see Grace. She was the lead in the Athens play this weekend, so she made people laugh with her comedy. But also I got to see the play that she did and all that kind of stuff. And so, one, your stuff is always wonderful, and I can't wait to see what you produce in the future. But two, I'm curious if you have a project in the works that you would like to pitch.
Well, we're actually working on a little secret something, a bunch of secret somethings for the 50th anniversary this weekend. So please do RSVP if you haven't. Come to that this Saturday, celebrating Krista Manfredi's 50 years of directing, which is an accomplishment on its own, but we've been working on that for a long time. I'm currently have about 98% full Google Docs. And they keep sending me emails saying I need to clear out my storage, but it's just there's a lot going on. We got a bunch of plays coming through. There's this new one I've been working on. It's just brewing. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Fine, good. Any other? Go ahead.
So what's in the future for you?
I ultimately am a movie maker. I have been since I got my mother's phone when I was in first grade with the iMovie. I was like, this is it. This is what I'll be doing. I was making movies in the woods, in my basement, every day. So ultimately, that's what I'd like to be doing is making films. But there's also the element of I'm an actress. I love to sing. I love to playwright. I love to give people plays and see them read them on stage and act them out. So hopefully I can do a whole lot of that. Movie making, playwriting, acting, we'll see. Thank you for asking.
Fantastic. Any other questions for her? Well, thank you very much. We have, of course, a certificate for you, so we'll come over.
Congratulations, Grace, and thank you, Thomas.